I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me.
Hello, YouTube! Okay, so it is Tuesday, July 1st, and it is currently 8:20 here in Texas, and bright-ish outside. 8:20 p.m., by the way. Alright, so, in response to Katie's video, I know you asked me about my job, and I'm not sure if in last video I actually told everybody, or if it had been in time to tell everybody. I got a job! It was actually my first interview ever. I filled out the application and I turned it in the same day, and I was asked to do an interview right on the spot, and I got it. He just did a background check, and later that day he called me like an hour later, and I was like, oh, well, looks like you've never done anything criminal, so you're hired. Basically something like that. So I'm officially a hostess at the Egg and I in Frisco, Texas. Which is pretty cool. I worked all weekend, training and stuff. I learned how to work the cash register, and apparently I'm really good at it. So that's awesome. Also, not one, but two cute boys work there. And when I say cute, I mean hot. Now, I'm pretty sure both of them are over the age of 18, but I mean, it hasn't even gotten to the point where that would matter. So mostly I'm just enjoying myself and the eye candy. One of them has one of the cutest smiles I've ever seen, and the other one is really tall, and apparently he seems pretty smart. And I'm just like, yes, that's me. What else? My hair is just not today. Well, look at that. I look kind of like Elvis. That's pretty cool. Anyway, also, another thing today, unfortunately, was the final World Cup game for the United States. We went in and we fought strong. We were against Belgium today, and man, was it a great game. First 90 minutes, which for all of you guys who don't really follow soccer, in a normal game, they're 90 minutes plus stoppage time. The stoppage time is basically because you don't have timeouts or any, like, well, you can have timeouts, I think, but like whenever someone falls over or gets injured or something, they don't stop the clock. And so stoppage time is time added on to the end of a game to make up for anything they had to stop gameplay for. And so typically it's 90 minutes and then like 2 to 3 minutes of stoppage time or something. There's typically not that much stoppage time. In the World Cup, there have been, to my knowledge, the highest amount of stoppage time has been like 5 minutes. Today though, we had a super cool game where we had overtime, or as they call it in the soccer world, extra time. And it's basically 2 extra 15-minute periods of time. And you get stoppage time on the end of each of those as well. Now, nobody scored in regulation soccer time today. Belgium scored twice. They scored in, I think, like the 93rd minute and the 102nd minute. And then we scored in the 107th minute out of 120. Thank God for Julian Green, a god amongst men. He's like 18, I don't know. He's cool. But he scored for us, and that was pretty awesome. What's even cooler than that is it was like he apparently hadn't played in international games or anything for longer than 2 minutes before. And so he comes in, the first touch he has in the entire game, he gets a goal, and it's pretty awesome. It was a beautiful goal too. Another cool thing about the game today, Tim Howard, who was our goalie, he's like 35, I think, which means it might be his last World Cup, sadly for him. He saved 16 shots on goals today. Now, for those of you who don't know, soccer is a pretty low-scoring game typically. 16 saves is a record in all like recorded World Cups games. And unfortunately, the records only go back about half a century, so like till the 60s. But in the archives, records show that 16 saves in one World Cup game is currently the leading number. So everybody can suck it. We have the best goalie on the planet. Unfortunately, he did let 2 in, but to be honest, our defensive line was being a little bit crap. What else? So yeah, my brother cried, my mom cried, my dad kind of sat there all depressed. I screamed a little bit and died a little bit. I'm most definitely not the most diehard soccer fan in my family, but it's one of those things where it's kind of like the Olympics. Like, you don't really give a single crap about like skiing any other time of your life ever, but when you're watching your country ski like long distance skiing or something, and they're ahead the entire game, and then suddenly Switzerland pulls in front, and you're like, well, no, everybody expected it, but at the same time, oh my god, what is happening? And you're suddenly like, ah, no, and like your heart starts beating, and it's adrenaline, and you're like, why am I getting so messed up over skiing? It's like one of those things. It's just like a very patriotic affair. I don't know. I got swept up in it. I think I almost had a heart attack at least 3 times. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. I'm glad I watched. It was a beautiful game, and it was cool to see everything. At one point in the game, like in the last 5 minutes or something, like there was just this reverberating, just noise, and it's just USA, USA. All the United States fans were just like all at once. It was unified. It was perfection. I loved it. That's what I live for. That's why I watch the World Cup and Olympics. And I mean, for the thing where like it's one of those things where it's like, did you see that game last night? Like, I want to be able to say, oh yeah, I did see that, and I know what you're talking about. One of those things. But also just like the overwhelming feeling of unification that comes with it. Okay. Moving on from that. Oh, I don't know what else I have to talk about this week. I'm going to start recording parts of my life to use in my videos. I noticed that everybody else does that except for me. Partly it's because I don't go anywhere. I literally stay in my room for most of the day because it's hot outside and I don't feel like moving. Something that's cool. My brother, his name is Hunter. He is 14. Ladies, he's single. Just kidding. Well, he is single, but anyway. He's trying out for a competitive soccer team today, and it's called Liverpool. And when they first started talking about it in my family, I got really confused because even though my soccer knowledge is limited, my geography knowledge is not. And I do know that for a fact that Liverpool is not in the United States of America. And they do have a soccer club, but it's not in Dallas, Texas. So they cleared that up for me. It's just like a across the nation competitive league, or I don't know, something competitive something. And so everything makes sense again. But anyway, he's there right now trying out, and I'm rooting for him. Yeah. Soccer is one of those things. It was the sport that I was really, really, really bad at. I've played a lot of sports and I've tried out a lot of hobbies until eventually we found out I'm mostly just good at reading and things that don't involve movement. But I mean, the 2 sports I like the most are volleyball and basketball. And but when I played soccer, oh my god, I like it, but I'm terrible at it. Same with softball. Anyway, moving on from that, he's there doing that, so I wish him all the luck in the world. In other news, I am the biggest dork ever, and I've been playing so much Minecraft recently that I actually reached a new like record for my levels in Minecraft, and I'm sure you guys aren't totally aware that some of you are not really aware of what that means, but basically experience points, you get that from like mining things and making animals have sex and have babies and stuff. And you get experience points from that, or XP if you want to be cool about it. And eventually you get like level up and stuff for that. So I reached level 30 and subsequently died a fiery death at Bedrock. But it was really cool while it lasted. I think I'm at like 17 right now. I'm at 19. I'm at 19 right now. So I'm working my way back up. I also made my first nether portal from scratch. Go me. That might not be as super exciting to you guys as it is to me, but I'm excited about it. What else? So it's been a week and a half. Week and a half-ish. Week-ish. Weekend 1, 2, 3. Week and 5 days since I left San Diego. And so I've decided that I am in the right emotional state where I can read your letters soon. So next video is probably going to be me reacting to your letters, as in responding to them. Expect tears and stuff. Another thing about my job, because Katie, you asked about it. I know you asked about it. I am working all weekend, a 3-day weekend because it's 4th of July. So I'm working every day, and I'm not a trainee anymore, which means I'm making real money instead of trainee money, which is awesome. And that's all for me this week. It's been kind of boring besides the whole job thing and cute boy thing and level 30 thing. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weeks. And I'm going to sign off now. And I can't wait to see Natalie and Anna's videos. And Katie, I loved yours. It made me laugh. And I think it's so great what you did in your art camp thing. And I'm so happy that you got a job too. We're going to have to like talk about like the hostess thing over like what's it like in California? What's it like in Dallas? And I don't even know what the minimum wage is in California. But here I know that I'm making more than minimum wage. So that excites me too. Anyway, so I will connect back with you guys on Tuesday. Bye.